Remedies for breach of contract for international companies. There are a number of contract breaches: failure to perform or complete duties, failure to deliver goods, or the failure to produce what has been promised, failure to pay for goods. Some basic remedies for breach of contract: money damages, avoidance cancellation, price reduction. Money damages. Money damages are about compensation. In a word, making the plaintiff whole. The defendant may have failed to get the products to the buyer in the time that was promised, or was short on the amount promised. The plaintiff could be compensated the amount that they are owed. They only receive what the courts deem as a damaged amount. Avoidance cancellation. A buyer can declare a contract void if the seller fails to meet the agreement, such as shortages of the goods or for damages of the goods. The buyer can declare a contract void if the seller fails to meet an agreed timeline, especially if time affects the goods for reselling and a specific time is acknowledged and agreed to by both the seller and the buyer. The seller has the right to declare a contract void if the buyer fails to pay the agreed amount or in the time that was agreed. Price reduction. If a buyer receives goods that are of poor quality or of lower standards than expected, they can choose to keep the product but reduce the agreed upon price and pay what they feel the product is worth. The buyer may have an event and not have the time to replace a product or have to buy more from a local vendor. They will want compensation for the out-of-pocket expense and want the seller to make things right. However, if the buyer has already paid the seller, the buyer may request that some of the money be returned. There may have to be a mutual agreement of how much, or a third party may have to intervene. International companies have to ensure that the contracts are as detailed as possible to protect the goods and the company from any roadblocks by having a legal team that is qualified with international trading, importing, and exporting. The contracts for the international sale of goods, the CISG, is instrumental in the remedies for breaches of contracts. The legal team should be familiar with these remedies.